What's
Let's
up?
get it.
Woohoo! You see the banners. You see the banners.
Hey,
David
banners are ready.
banner.
Just in case we need to retire your jersey. Let's go.
Woo! I didn't wear any fit.
OVO.
I didn't wear any fit today because I didn't want to take the attention away from your fit and from look at this, bro. Look at this upgrade right here.
Let's go.
Look at this, bro.
We're looking professional out here. Let's get it.
Welcome, Locked Up Podcast, episode 5. We got a few things we want to talk about today.
Oh man, we got a lot of ball to talk about. What are we going to start off with, brother?
Lot of ball. I want to go ahead and start off with number two on his jersey and number 2 in the league, Mr. Kawhi Leonard. Mr. Kawhi Leonard.
Leonard.
Welcome back to the West is all I can say, baby. You in Game 7 now. You in Game 7 now. Man, Nuggets, with their backs against the wall, they are the best team. When they're down 3-1, it's like they just turned this new gear. And I'm excited. I went from not being excited at all. Like I told you a couple of episodes ago, man, welcome back, Kawhi, is all I can say. And I mean, all I can say is it's become the most unpredictable series, like I told you.
Man, this ain't the East no more, Leonard. Welcome back to the Wild Wild West. It's tough out here, man. It's tough in the Wild Wild West.
It's hard out here. Man, there's a lot of things revolving this series, including the players and all that stuff that we can get into. I want to start off with that big man over there, bro. That big boy. I read a fact today. Apparently, he used to drink 3 liters of Coca-Cola a day growing up.
He was a fat boy, man. I'm so proud of Nikola Jokic. He lost a lot of weight during the quarantine when the pandemic started. And the gains are showing. I mean, he's running the floor. I don't know if you noticed, but did you see him when he got the steal off Leonard and he drove forward? He's like boop 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 boop, quick, snappy. Yeah.
He's running and I've seen him throw up some dunks as well.
Dunks, he's just snappier, but due to the weight loss. And what's good is that he's still strong enough to bump and bang, so he hasn't lost his strength either. So,
yep.
I mean, if it wasn't for those gains that he made, they would not be in this position, and that's facts. So shout out to him. He's the guy no one saw coming. We all thought that, LeBron's going to be the guy that's going to come in shape, in condition, but Jokic came out, to be honest. He made the most gains in this little offseason, so shout out to that.
Yep. And so, I mean, with that being said, the man is averaging damn near 28, 14, and 6 this series. Is Nikola Jokic the best center in the league?
Oh, is Nikola Jokic the best center in the league? I'd say yes. I'd say the only guy in that's competition is AD, but AD doesn't like to play center. So, yeah, I think it really is. Jokic is the best center in the league. He gets those easy twos. His passing ability is what makes him special and separates him from the rest of the centers out there. And yeah, he gets those shots and his threes. He's probably the most wet center as well.
One-legged threes.
He hit 3 or 4 threes just in the fourth quarter. And yeah, the one-legged fadeaway, weird Dirk form, crazy arc action. That's what Jokic does, man.
And I'll tell you what, 28, 14, and 6, do you know what a stat line like that reminds me of? This season's soon-to-be MVP. Very similar. Very similar stat line. Extremely similar. So, I mean, when I put it that way, and I'm not a stats guy, but I'm also watching, not only is he averaging the numbers that Giannis averages throughout the regular season, he's doing it at a much clutcher time. And it's translating to wins, whereas no disrespect to Giannis, his stats did not translate to wins, as we saw. And I gotta say, man, not only is that I went from hating his play style so much because it was so gumpy and everything looked lucky to just like I think this guy is top 5 in the league right now. In the league, not just
Oh,
center. I think he's
oosh.
top 5 in the league. Yeah,
Top
he's
5 in the
phenomenal.
league. Wow.
Phenomenal. Who's better? Who would
Um,
you put ahead?
Obviously, like right now and
You've
remaining
got
in
the
the
top three.
playoffs, he's top
You've got the
5
top
player
three.
remaining.
So
He's
you've got
top
the
5
top three,
remaining,
right?
I'd say.
So you've got your three, right? You've got your LeBron, Leonard, and KD. There's two other spots open, right? Jokic to me takes one of them. I don't know if it's 4 or 5. I haven't thought about it enough, but he like look what he's doing. It's just
Oh
insane, and
yeah,
he's
I'm looking at it right now. 34 points, 4 from 6 from
madness,
3, 14
madness,
rebounds, 7
madness.
assists, got a steal, a block.
It's yeah,
Just he did it
it's
all.
Giannis numbers, but 3-pointer, but
And
3 point shooting.
I was trying to tell you that this ain't about Jamal Murray no more. Jamal Murray,
No,
showed out in the first series, but I told you that for this Clippers series, this is about Jokic. He's the hard one to guard. He was the mismatch, and we need him to sweat off. And not only did he sweat off, he sweated off like
off,
wow. Like
off.
I'm so shook. I did not expect that out of him, but I'm very proud and impressed, and we got to put respect on his name.
You know who else we gotta respect? We gotta put respect on. You already know who I'm about to name drop right now. I got a bone to pick with you, with anyone criticizing this man. My man MPJ. This boy called out. He didn't. This is a 22-year-old boy, man. He called out. He called out his team. They were down 3-1. He said, "We need to move the ball around." AKA, give me the damn ball, bro. Give me the rock. I can shoot. I can dunk. And you know what he showed as well? He can defend as well. People ripped him out for his defense. That man got a clutch block. He got that rebound over Montrez, and he talked to him as well. Hit that
All right,
clutch three.
I gotta touch on something right there. As you mentioned the
Yeah.
defense, he finally understands how to play defense. So at first, he would just like I don't know. The analogy is I guess in 2K triangles to jump to block. He would click
Yeah.
triangle too early.
Pogo
He would
stick.
bite on the pump fake and jump too quick. And he did that every single time. But now he's learned to wait and then jump. And he's jumping at the right time now. And he's big, strong, and lengthy. So he's getting
Yes, he is.
contests finally. So that made him no longer such a defensive liability, which gives him
Mm-hmm.
more minutes. I
Yep.
must say, like, yep, he did call out the team, but when he got the ball more, good things happened. One thing that annoys me though, Ali, is that he's still visually frustrated when he doesn't get the ball early in possessions. Like, Nikola
Mm.
Jokic and Murray are doing a pick and roll, and he's sort of at the 3-point line like this. He really is like that. But there were a couple
Yeah,
of plays where he's like this, gets the ball in the end, he just straight catch shoots and it goes in.
bang.
So he seems to be a very lethal catch and shoot player from what I've seen, right? But I
Yep.
think he wants to do a bit more than that. I think he wants to get the ball, get into a bit of a dribble move and do it. But I think because he's a rookie, it's too risky right now. And there were times where he did do that and he would lose the ball or turn over or just get out vetted. So I think he just has to be patient and just keep that catch and shoot role because he's doing a great job right now at doing that. Like he
Look at this
he
man,
is
bro.
wet. He is so wet and can shoot over anybody. Whenever Pat Bev was on him, just both
Over.
cash.
It's over. Pat Bev trick y'all, man. Pat Bev trick y'all. He
Yeah,
tricked
Michael
us.
Porter
He
Jr.,
tricked me.
he was 3 for 6 from the 3 point.
13.7 rebounds, bro. 7 rebounds. You know
Yeah,
what rebounds is? You know what badge category rebounds falls into in 2K? Defense. That's what it falls into.
shout out to Michael Porter Jr. Well, the thing is
Yeah.
with defense also, Ali, because I know you're trying to defend his defense. He was also very weak when it came to him defending the pick and roll. He was getting
Yeah.
abused by the Jazz from that. And that's what really
Big
led
time.
him to not getting enough minutes. But I feel like, the Clippers don't run that as much. So,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
yeah, this is
Now,
his series to step up.
well, the thing
We
is
don't we don't
everyone stepped up.
we don't need a
Everyone
big
stepped up.
game. I mean, not only the last game, but the game before, he had the clutch 3 and the clutch block back-to-back plays. So shout out to
Big
Michael
time.
Porter Jr. Put respect on his name. Respect
Shout
put
out to
on his
that man,
name.
bro.
What,
Shout
what,
out to
what
that
did you
man.
say? What was your call? Top 5? in 5 years?
He's gonna be an MVP in 5 years. 27 years old, he'll be an MVP. He's KD and Giannis having a baby.
Yeah, I don't agree with KD and Giannis, but I do see the KD. I don't see as much Giannis, but as long as he stays healthy,
lethal.
He's nasty. He's a good youngin. Now that's a youngin. That's a youngin. I like to say. Now that's a youngin.
So so we've established. Okay, so you think Jokic is the best center in the league at this moment in time?
If it's not AD, but the thing is, AD doesn't even like playing center, so I don't even know if I can count him. If you exclude AD, it's like no doubt.
No, I think including AD, if anything, AD is the only, maybe Embiid. Like AD is the guy I had in mind.
Ooh. Okay, so there is Embiid, but Embiid also, just like Giannis, did not prove that his monster stats can actually lead to victories.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Jokic's passing really sets him apart. His passing really sets him apart.
But Jokic is not a traditional big man. Traditional big men cannot do it on their own. If Shaq couldn't do it on his own, none of these dudes are going to do it on their own. I'm telling you right now. If Shaq couldn't do it, if Hakeem couldn't do it on his own, none of these dudes now can do it on their own. There's just no way. Jokic is a point guard center. That's why he's translating his stats to wins, because he's playing like a guard, pretty much. This guy's not
running the floor, taking his time, amazing passes, amazing assists. He really has a good IQ, knows what's going on, and his jump shot is so sweaty. It's just the word is sweaty. Like, even when it looks really Gumby, it works. But see, that's the thing that drives me crazy about AD that I kept trying to tell you, Ali. See, Jokic chucks up a weird hook shot, but he's already backed himself so close to the rim that there's a high chance it's going to go in anyway. And that's why I hate it when AD chooses to stop so deep and so far away to take a long two. I would rather the higher percentage shot, which is what Jokic is doing. Even when it looks Gumby, he's at least close to the rim. So
I just wouldn't call it a high percentage. I just wouldn't call it a high percentage.
It's a higher percentage shot. That's what I'm saying.
But the thing is had a mind blow. Oh, that's right. I saw a post, and the reason why we're bringing up AD is it said if you put AD on this Denver team, they would have been sent home last week, and I completely agree. So to me, I'm taking Jokic over Anthony Davis in the team. I have to say.
Listen, I'm trying not to slander Anthony Davis right now because he played very well but last few games to close out the Rockets. He did his role. He finally did what we wanted him to do.
What I wanted him to do. I'm happy with him.
So I'm trying to leave that man alone right now. But yes, I think from what we've seen all year, AD also doesn't have that capability of straight carrying. Because if you give Jokic LeBron, if you give Giannis LeBron, like Giannis would be cruising right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? That's pretty much what AD has right now. He's like Giannis, but with LeBron next to him, and pretty LeBron is guiding the way. So. Yep, Anthony Davis' life is a lot easier when you have the king around. So,
okay.
Shout out to Nikola Jokic. Straight up, I have so much respect for the gains he made, and he's showing off right now. And you know what's weird? So we call him the Joker, right? But have you seen his facial hair? He has like a little patch right here that actually kind of makes it look like a Joker.
Looks like the smile.
It actually does. It's crazy.
Well, let's go back to that man on the other team, who has been welcomed back. It's been a rough welcoming, to say the least. Number 2. So I want to talk about him. If Clippers lose, because let's face it, this guy is automatically in the top 3, in my opinion, in your opinion, in all of our friends' opinion. He's top 3. To me, he's second best in the league behind LeBron. And when you're top 3, when you're in that, when you get mentioned in the same breath as LeBron James, we have to ask these questions about you. I don't care how much of an introvert you are or how much of a cyborg people put you out to be. As much as you don't want it, you're going to be part of these conversations. You don't like it, don't be as good. It's that simple. So
I don't think that Leonard doesn't like it. He just doesn't talk about it. You know what I mean? But deep down, he wants to be the GOAT. You know what I mean? Or else he wouldn't have done what he done. He wouldn't have come to LA against LeBron in the same city. He did that on purpose. You remember that advertisement? He crowned himself that day. On the first day of the regular season, he crowned himself King of LA.
So, with that being said, if the Clippers lose, what does this do to his legacy, his ranking, all that kind of stuff? What does it do? Because you know that if LeBron was in this position, people would be talking like no tomorrow.
Well, I think it's an auto delegation down to third at least. I think you got to give KD above Leonard if he loses. That's just me.
Really? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because I think, for example, we've yet to see KD, carry a team that's not the Warriors to a chip. But Leonard did that in the East, and Leonard got a lot of help with, KD going down and Clay going down. So we didn't really see it as well. But we saw the crazy Philadelphia series. That was like, like this guy is wilding out, showing out.
Yeah.
So, but I think if he doesn't do this, because he has the better team, he has a stacked team. And if he loses, then I reckon KD in that spot would have won. I think KD would have been able, because the thing is, Leonard is not much of a passer as well as KD. So I think so I think it's down to Leonard being a cyborg and getting those shots in. Hey, he stepped up on his assists. He stepped up this year in his assists. But like, what's his PR, like 10?
I don't even think he's cracked 10. Maybe he's cracked 10 once. Yeah, that's true. His passing has gotten a bit better. I don't know. I can't put KD at 2. I can't put him at 2, even if Leonard loses. You're saying we didn't really see.
On January 1st, 2020, he hit 10 assists. Like, he literally did that for the first time this year. And I think before it was like not even 9. So, like, bruh. So I think KD can do that. KD can get himself 7 assists, let's say, but he's going to score more. And he's going to force the issue a bit more than Leonard.
I don't know. So what happens?
Come on. You said he's the wettest shooter of all time. What are you talking about?
No, about his passing.
What, KD can't?
I don't know if he'll be able to as better than Leonard, like the amount you say so.
KD is probably 1 to 2 assists less than Leonard.
Yeah.
Instead, he'll get more buckets to make up for it. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that Leonard isn't a crazy distributor either, is what I'm trying to say. So it's really down to him getting those cyborg shots in, those mid-range 2s and all that stuff. He started off game 6, like, I think he only missed 2 shots for like a while. But then he got cold. And when he got cold, that's when they got cooked. So now his percentage is what? Let's see. He was 8 for 18, which doesn't sound very good. But I swear he was something like 6 for 8 buzz to start off. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, 3 or 5 from 3, though. Not bad.
3 or 5 from 3. See? So he started off really efficient. So it's very scary. I was like, this is it. Like, he's going to close them out. Like, it's impossible. But then he got cold. And that costed them. Like, I don't think I'm seeing an 8 from 18 from KD.
No, probably not. But this guy's team is cold right now.
If he loses the series, that's why I think I got to put KD ahead of him.
But this team is so cold at the same time, bro. We have to take this into account. Like, look at the stat line. Zubac, 1 of 6. Morris, the henchman, 1 of 5. Bev, don't even get me started. Lou Will, 5 of 11. JaMychal Green is probably
Pandemic P.
What's that?
Our guy Pandemic P, 9 for 21. But 11.
No, that's all right. That's all right. No, he had a decent game.
Decent.
He had a decent game. Okay, look, in a team where PG and Leonard both dropped, they combined for what is that? 58. They combined for 58. Leonard had 25 and George had 33. And they still lost. The supporting cast was complete doo-doo, bro. Look at this. Look at Lou Will. What's going on with this guy?
But Lou Will started to warm up a little bit. Because Lou Will has been colder than this. He's been colder than
Herro was terrible as well. These guys are playing so. But thing is, I don't know if I can put KD above Leonard even if he loses, because you're saying that we didn't really see it because the Warriors was looking like a hospital towards the end, looking like the locker room was just a hospital full of injured players. But we also saw this dude coming off of a year of injury and drama in San Antonio. He got traded to a team up north, not even in the States, where he didn't want to be. First and only season, delivered their first and only championship.
Yeah, okay. Right. But when he left, right, they made it to the second round, game 7. and they missed Leonard in that game 7. But bro, like they had like a better record in the regular season without him. He had a really good
Yep.
team. So in the East, it was too easy. He did definitely hit one of the greatest game winners of all time. The squat,
Luckiest as well.
the court bounce, like it was so dope. It was fire, like amazing. So we got to see a little bit of greatness, but we didn't get to see him fully put a team on his back, LeBron style. You know what I mean? Because he had a really solid team around him. So now he's a team that's meant to be even better than the Raptors. You know what I mean?
KD as well.
They've been the favorite. Well, but KD Warriors is like too good. You know what I mean? Warriors is too good. But this team is meant to be the best team in the league, according to everyone else. So where are that? Like you go and 7 games against the Nuggets? Like
there's just no chemistry. They haven't played too much load managing. They've managed too many loads.
Well, look, I think in game 7, there's no way Shamet's going 0 for 3. There's no way Marcus Morris 1 for 5. I don't think that's happening. I think they're gonna get a bit more threes and a bit more lucky, for sure.
Okay. Well, absolutely. So so this will put him down to number 3 for you.
Yeah, so I think that's what he'll do to his legacy and ranking. It'll just put him down a bit, but not by much. I still respect him and still knows that he's a top 5 player, top 3 player even. But I think I officially will put KD definitively without a doubt ahead of Leonard. And didn't you agree with me on that?
Nah, I don't. No. I can't do it, bro. I can't put KD number 2. I haven't seen it
defensively. But the thing is, KD also stepped up defensively towards the end.
No, he did. But I'm just saying, it's like I saw Leonard in his most uncomfortable position, which was getting traded to a team he didn't want and winning their one and only championship in a season. Not only has KD not done that, no one has done that. So there's not to mention the man is shooting something like, was it the series before this? He was shooting something like 80% from mid range, like faders and all that. MJ level type of mid range game, like it's ridiculous.
Hey, I need all of that. I need all of that tomorrow, man. I'm so excited for Game 7. I'm going to be on the edge of my seat. I'm going to be rooting for the Nuggets, but deep down, I want LeBron to beat Leonard. You know what I mean?
So who takes Game 7?
Oh, you know what? I feel like we're going to see. I think we're going to see Leonard beat Staude. I think this is the game where, he goes, I ain't load managing nothing this game. This is the game where I put it on the line. I'm going to max out my body. Well, that's what I want to see, and that's what I think is going to take. If Leonard does that, then I think the Clippers will win. If Leonard doesn't do that, then I think Jokic is going to show out and beat them.
So that's a PC answer. So who's winning?
No, I'm saying I expect Leonard to go into that zone. That's what I'm predicting. Okay. I'm saying if he doesn't, then they're gonna lose. That's what it's gonna. We need superhero put on the KB number 2 in the world, Leonard. Number 2 in the world, Leonard.
Number 2. Give me Nuggets in overtime.
Ooh,
give me Nuggets in overtime.
I like that, Ali. Overtime. That's you know what? I think overtime is very realistic. It's going to be down to the wire. I really hope Muray is wet. I really hope the Williams is not. I really hope Paul George doesn't. I think PG 13% needs to show up.
Me too. I think so too. Because bro, when you're facing a Game 7 and you were just up 3-1, you had 2 opportunities to close it out. It does something to your mindset. You're mentally, what does LeBron say in the locker room after they took it to Game 7 against the Warriors? Mentally, they messed up, bro. Messed up big time. They did mess up.
Another thing I like to point out is Jokic and Muray, every time they've had a series in the playoffs, has gone to 7 games.
Every time, 4 times.
Yep.
Every single time.
So
Mind you,
they are 3-1 right now. In terms of games.
they are. Yeah, they are. They lost to Dame last year in Game 7. That's right.
Yep.
Or CJ.
And the Spurs before that as well.
Yeah. Well,
so they used to this. They used to this. So I want to see them show out. I think they definitely have the momentum because they won the last 2 games in a row. So this is it. Like, let's go, Jokic. I want to say that I've hated on the Nuggets like the past 3 or 4 seasons. It was just because there was a stretch where I feel like half the games I watched was like LeBron versus the Nuggets, or OK versus the Nuggets, or the Rockets versus the Nuggets. So I just got so tired of watching them. You know what I mean?
True.
And I've been hating on them all year. You know me and Ali. Oh, CBF the Nuggets, CBF the Nuggets, CBF the Nuggets.
CBF, yeah.
But ever since playoffs started, they have played great basketball, entertaining basketball, and I do not see the Nuggets anymore. I absolutely respect them, and I think they're legit. I think having Michael Porter Jr. makes them really, really dangerous.
Woo-wee.
They got another youngin underneath them. That's crazy. That's so crazy that they have that.
And big shout out to Mike Malone, to the coach, man. That dude deserves that respect. I want to move off of that series. We're gonna see a killer of a game tomorrow. I'm pretty sure we are. But we gotta talk about the king, bro. We gotta talk about the king. We gotta talk about that smooth operator over there in over there in Los Angeles, baby. We gotta talk about him. I've seen some interesting posts. I've seen some interesting things online. I want to talk about LeBron's path so far. But first, man, we need to understand what this man has been doing. It's been smooth. SMOOVE. Smooth, bro.
Smooth.
Playing his best basketball, bro. Playing his best ball. Absolutely.
All right, let's get it popping, all right?
Let's hear it, bro. Let's hear it. I want to hear this. I'm waiting. Can't wait for this right now because
no need to ask. He's a smooth operator.
There.
You know it. You know it.
LeBron right now. When he closes out the series, this is the theme song. Nasty, dog.
That's a hit. That's a hit. I want to go ahead. I want to address this because, and it got me thinking too. I wasn't mad at it because it's the typical haters wanting to create this narrative and just wanting to do anything to hate on him. But it did get me thinking. From what we've seen, and you talked about this yesterday or the day before, we haven't seen him max out yet. He's been cruising. It's obvious that we've seen LeBron at 100%, and it's not what we're seeing lately. And that's not a knock. That's actually a compliment because that's incredible that he's still able to do this, not at 100%. So is this the easiest path he's had now that we're looking back?
Nope, not at all. He had to face the hottest guy in the bubble, Damian Lillard, off the gate. And we got hit by Dame time in that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That happened. Deep shots, unstoppable. It was we were genuinely scared. We tried to stay calm because we knew LeBron is on his feel out game one type thing. But we versed the best offense and the best defense in the playoffs. And I think they were the perfect training because how to shut down Dame Lillard and how to shut down Houston's threes is going to help us shut down Leonard, shut down PG. I think we're going to shut down Pat Bev because he ain't no Lillard.
He's nothing, bro.
And we're going to try shut down their threes, just like our Houston jack a lot of threes. We managed to stop them. If we can stop the Houston Rockets, we can stop the Clippers from shooting threes too. So that gives me hella confidence. I don't think this is an easy path. I don't care what anyone says. We're still in the West right now. So I don't want to hear no excuses. Straight up, this ain't the Pacers and the Bulls and the Wizards. You know what I mean? This ain't that no more. This is the Portland Trail Blazers, CJ, Lillard, Nurk, Whiteside. What are you talking about? And they had a crazy run. And the Houston Rockets. The fact that LeBron James is making them look like not even competition, losing game one and then proceeding to beat them 4 in a row in both series is so impressive. And it just puts things to perspective. We hyped up the West, but for what?
Yeah, and then the narrative has changed.
LeBron's still doing LeBron. Now, I must say that I get it. The one thing missing in the West right now is them Warriors. All right? So next year when Brooklyn is there, I want LeBron to beat the Warriors in one of the series and then beat KD in the finals. And then I want to hear no chat He's the GOAT.
No chat.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that is what would have to happen for it to be like sealed. Like I don't want to hear it no more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think this is an easy path. It's not a cakewalk. I mean, it's not his fault that Leonard and PG choked if they don't verse them, because I think the whole narrative changes if they don't verse the Clippers.
100%.
And that's not fair on LeBron. LeBron did his job. He chilling. He waiting.
Nothing's fair for him, bro. Nothing's ever been fair for 17 years.
A pandemic couldn't stop this man.
Nope. I have an interesting take on it. Like from what I'm seeing, it looks like it's his easiest path yet. That's the thing. From what we're watching, it looks like it.
Come on,
That's
bro.
the thing.
This ain't
It
the
looks
Pacers.
like
This ain't the Bulls. This ain't the Wizards.
Listen, but do you remember how well those Pacers played? Mind you, the Cavs team was horrible, but it's from two sides, right? Like the Lakers are a much better team that he's on, which is obviously better than that 2018 Cavs team. And then you got the Blazers where Dame dislocated his finger in game 2, and then he tweaked his knee, and then this happened and this happened. And to me personally, Houston, like the Blazers are a better team than Houston. Like I never saw Houston as a threat. The only reason they got one game is because he let them get one game. Like they stood no chance. I got into some IG beef with some fan pages, and I was so petty. I came back a week later yesterday, and I said, "How about now, fam?" Because they were literally saying that Houston are going to take the series 2-1. I said, man,
D-Rose fan page. That must have your heart.
It was a D-Rose fan page as well. It hurt me, bro. He called me delusional.
Out there, do not get into no IG beefs with Ali. Do not go there. Don't do it. You don't want that smoke. You don't want that smoke.
Don't do it. I'll come for you.
So I'll give you something that'll help your argument. I must say that LeBron had to drop 30s and 40s against those teams, like the Pacers. And
it looked a lot more difficult.
So he had to work hard. But I think it's because he has AD. And AD's
because he has a better team. He has a better team.
Kevin Love and all that stuff.
He has a better team. Yeah. He has a better team around. So both sides of the puzzle, both sides of the whatever of the teams are making it easier, right? Like I don't think
the path isn't the easiest path. LeBron is just making it look easy, is all I'm saying. Yeah. But in reality, it's not his easiest path because the question says easiest path yet. And I'm like, absolutely not. It is not the easiest path. He's just so good that he's making it look easy. And it's so crazy that this is a discussion that Portland, Houston, and then Denver/Clippers is the easiest path. That's not the easiest path. He just took out like two of the most dangerous teams in the league.
See, to me, Houston is just not that. It just ain't it, Chief. Like, it just ain't it. We're going to talk about Houston as well. Because I wanted to use this segment to talk about those two teams. I want to talk about Portland, and I want to talk about the Rockets as well. He's making it look like it.
I think Mavs and Nuggets is easier.
Mavs, no. Mavs, healthy Mavs. Mind you, the Mavs that the Clippers versed, yes. But healthy Mavs, they would have taken out.
So you have to tell me that. So Clippers also have a cakewalk then.
Well, clearly not.
Lakers,
they've got a jelly tip ice cream, bro, dropping 30 pieces on their heads. All love, man. All love. Top 5 player in the league. I love that guy. I went from heavily disliking his gameplay. I have to say I switched up. I'm phasing into Jokic.
Me too. I CBF Nuggets. I hate watching Nuggets. Another Nuggets game. Enough Nuggets. But you know what? I take it all back. My bad. You guys are sweaty. You guys are good. Jamal Murray's the man. Free throws blindfolded, lad. Let's go.
Yep.
Jokic, good. And we got a youngin to support.
Yeah, we do.
Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, we do. Well, okay. So with I want to talk about the teams now that LeBron just ran through. With that being said, because they're not going to not be in the West next year. You got to run it back, bro. You got to run it back. You got to run against the King again. What's Portland's next move next season? Blow it up or?
I don't know what the cap situation is like for Portland.
Yeah.
But they definitely need more pieces. I think they need like another sniper, I think. One more sniper. Because it was Lillard, Trent, and CJ. They were the snipers.
Melo was there sometimes.
Yeah,
Melo
but
got some clutch threes.
Melo, yeah, but I need another one. I need a guy that's gonna drop like 20 to 30 potentially. Melo was like a good like 10 to 20 lad, but we weren't expecting those 30 pieces out of Melo. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they need another one. Or they like pursue Giannis, but I don't know if that's even possible. So
that's what I was gonna say. They can trade for Giannis. They should trade for Giannis.
So I to be honest, like I've been thinking lately, like all these teams for Giannis. Like imagine Nuggets getting Giannis, Blazers getting Giannis. Any team
Blazers
becomes a lot different.
I think of Blazers because, like I said, bro, Giannis has got that big man. That's what I mean. Is he'll have his Kobe, you know, like he'll have his point guard. He'll have his person that he can win a chip with.
That is literally like a Kobe and Shaq kind of combo in a way.
Literally. Not only that, Dame's gonna get better at passing. He's gonna lob that baby up to Giannis a lot. Yeah, I think there's not much for them to do. They're gonna give Dame the Supermax or whatever. He's gonna be eligible for that soon.
Dame has it. He already got the
I think
he got 250.
Oh, right. Jesus.
I think there is a year where he literally gets like 50 mil.
Yeah, he'll be the highest paid in a couple in 2 years.
I think right now he's getting paid like in the 40s. So let's go, Lillard. He got that Supermax.
That's that man. He got that bag. Good on him, bro. He deserves it. But in terms of winning a championship, you know, those big bad Warriors are coming back next season too. So it's just going to push this team even lower. I mean, a healthy Blazers in this season without the Warriors and, you know, before the shutdown, a healthy Blazers is probably where OKC would have been. Fifth-ish, fourth, fifth, and followed up by OKC. They would have been a step above OKC, right?
To be honest, well, from what I've seen, I think Portland's going to be very dangerous. Keeping both Whiteside and Nurk, I think that's really good. They did a really good job. They bothered the Lakers, and we had McGee, Howard, and LeBron. So, like,
they did.
I think they're going to get wins in the regular season just due to the size over there. The Twin Towers.
Yeah.
So
and John Collins will come back as well. He's a dope role player. Gary Trent, man, big nuts. Gary Trent is going to come.
Who that guy was. Well, I know who he is now. So shout out to Gary Trent Jr.
Absolutely, bro. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's too many moves for Portland to make. I know damn well there's a lot of stuff Houston needs to work on. A lot of stuff.
Well, Mike D'Antoni's gone, so we need a coach.
Yep.
We need a coach, brother. Who gonna be?
Yeah.
Every time this happens, I always say my guy, Mark Jackson. I don't know if he even wants to coach, and if he just wants to commentate, that's fine with me. No problem. Enjoy your life. But I always feel like he is the top of the list in terms of best coach available on the market, in my opinion.
Yeah.
After that, I really don't know like what the Rockets are going to do. I hear that they want to stay and keep the small ball lineup. But I feel like if you don't have Mike D'Antoni anymore, then it's time to just go back to traditional. I think you have to sign a big. Maybe a shooting big. I think a shooting big would be optimal for Rockets. But once again, I don't know what shooting big is on the market. They need that Mata Unis action like they used to have back in the day. But yeah, that's what I think. I think small ball isn't going to work because once playoff starts, you're going to run into a bigger team that's just going to shut it down.
True.
Yep. I reckon. Let us say even Lakers without AD. I reckon if LeBron played center, it would be the same result. He would have grabbed all the rebounds, blocked all the shots, and then it just would have been done. So we didn't even need to go that big on them, but we had AD, so of course we were going to use him, and it was over. It was a wrap. We out-rebounded them by I think it was 56 rebounds over the whole series. That's 56 possessions. It was over. They had no shot.
I mean, like they didn't, bro. No matter what team they came up against, OKC should have used Adams better, and they should have knocked them out, bounced them out of the first round.
That reminds me, second best center in the league, PJ Tucker.
I don't know about that, but he deserves some recognition.
Man, that guy leaving the bubble in his stretcher.
Yeah, much respect to that dude, bro. That guy took that assignment on and took it on well. I read a rumor that the Houston Rockets is pursuing Ty Lue. I couldn't even finish that sentence.
I am so done. Why is Ty Lue so hyped? Okay. He just got carried by LeBron the whole time. Like, let's be real here. Let's be real here.
His one highlight is getting.
He has experience, and yes, I think Ty Lue does have some good like timeout, out of bounds plays that he runs. So yes, he is sweaty with some X and O things here and there, but overall, I don't think he's that guy in terms of coaching. It was all LeBron. Let's be real here.
He's a horrible.
And I don't know why Ty Lue is so pursued. It makes no sense to me. He's like, I'm so glad we did not get Ty Lue as the coach of the Lakers. I thought it was about to happen.
Oh my god!
Oh, you know what? Shout out to Rob Pelinka. You in particular, Ali, you were hating on Rob. Put some respect on Rob's name. He picked a good coach. He picked good role players and stuff. It wasn't perfect, but he had to work with what he had, especially when Leonard snubbed us.
Let's face it, bro. The only person who's ever told LeBron what he can and can't do is Pat Riley. Everything else above that is LeBron's decision.
The Don himself.
And nobody pulling those strings around LeBron except LeBron.
All I know, Pat Riley deep down is a locker.
Yeah, he is. He is. That's true. But anyways, that's not to say that's what I want, them getting Ty Lue. It's actually the last thing. I mean, I just think that's just icing on the cake. That's just horrible. You get yourself a coach like Van Gundy or something like that, someone who believes in ball movement, someone who believes in mid-ranges. Stop giving James Harden the highest usage rate. Stop giving Westbrook the second highest usage rate, or is it the other way around? I can't remember. It doesn't really matter. Either way, it's not working, bro. The fact that Westbrook is getting damn near 40 mil next year is not good for you guys either. I think you need to trade Westbrook and get yourself a more fundamental point guard. I'm seeing the downfall of Westbrook right before my eyes. I don't know if it's because he came back too early and he's injured. That's the thing. Maybe that's the case.
Westbrook, but he needs his rhythm. And I think him coming back and then getting injured and then coming back just ruined his rhythm. So and he needs it. He needs every piece of rhythm he can get. Because when he's on, but when he's off, he's off.
Well, he needs his rhythm.
He's getting older and he's slightly declining, so he can't carry based on athleticism anymore.
I mean, he needs his rhythm. He also needs to meditate a little bit. This dude needs to calm down. God damn, bro. He needs to chill out. He needs to become more of a silent killer. I think this whole passionate and killer thing that wild eyes type thing that people give him credit for and that he's built a brand on. That's not going to win you a championship, bro. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen because people like LeBron who are more grounded and can control their emotions will bully you and get in your head and lose you the series, essentially.
I think as a Westbrook fan, I have to accept that he's no longer MVP Russ. He isn't that guy no more. He cannot carry a team and carry to dubs like he used to. And that sucks. But you know what? I think it's his father time. And I think his wrist injury and the fact that when he won MVP, he took that offseason off because he had like a birth of a child as well. I think that time off, the wrist injury made him lose his shooting touch. He used to be like 85% from the free throw line and stuff like that.
Automatic.
That's all gone now. His mid-range was automatic. When he'll drive contested to the layup, it was automatic. Now I can understand that maybe when LeBron's guarding him, sure. But still, there was throughout the whole year, there were those drives and he gets the layup and he misses. It's like just like how LeBron is, you need those auto twos. You need those auto layups. And Russ isn't capable of doing that very consistently like he used to. So, yes, I don't think trading Westbrook is the answer. I think they need another piece on top of it because I think Harden, Westbrook, and someone else.
They definitely need a big man. There's no way around that. They need a center. If they don't get a center, you're just
what if the Rockets get Giannis?
Rockets? I don't think they can afford him, bro. They're paying two of the most expensive players in the league. This is just I don't see it happening.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, we're not talking about the cap and all that because it could change drastically soon by next season. So we have to really wait to what the official cap situation is before we can actually really figure out what teams can actually get Giannis. We don't know yet, but we will soon.
Yeah, I don't really know too much about it. I just know that man's going to cost. It's going to be a lot out of your pocket.
I think Harden needs to man up.
In what way?
Like he just crumbles every year in the playoffs. I'm so sick of it.
Yeah, they're frustrating players to be fans of. That's for sure. I need him to get rid of that dribble, step back thing. Do it sometimes, but bro, go get you a catch and shoot animation from the animation store. Go get you one. If I don't see you catch the ball and shoot it in the catch and shoot animation, you will not win a champ. It'll be the same old story. Next season, the season after that, and the season after that. Same old. Okay? But yeah, I think you guys got a lot of work to do anyway. I want to move on to the final topic. Is going to be a curveball question of the day. Curveball question of the day. I read something that Miami Heat are so high on Tyler Herro, they think he can have a better career than Devin Booker, or they can be a better player than Devin Booker, a better player. So with that being said, it's only right that we talk about it. Who has a brighter future in the long run? If you really think about it, who can become the better player? Curveball question of the day.
No, okay. Tyler Herro is a role player, but he isn't the guy to carry a team to a championship. And Booker is more likely than Tyler Herro as of now. Booker's dropped 70, and he dropped 70 in a different way. Tyler Herro is just a crazy 3-point shooter, and so I think he will be a solid role player. As long as the Heat build around him very well, he'll just be that guy, that all reliable. He'll be Klay Thompson, but I think Tyler Herro needs a Steph, is what I'm saying. But Booker is the Steph. He needs a Klay Thompson.
Booker is the Steph. Yeah, that's true. But
I think in comparison to Herro, yes, he's the Steph.
Yeah.
Imagine if Booker and Herro were in the same team. Who would be the main player?
Yeah, at this point, it would be Booker.
He would be kicking out to Herro for threes, right?
But we've seen Booker for 3 or so years. Tyler Herro's 20, and this dude's already going to a conference finals.
But the Suns are trash, bro. The Suns are trash. Until the bubble happened, they were garbage. Now we finally saw some light. I mean, I forgot what the stat was. I wish I had it on deck, but I think they haven't won 3 games in a row since years ago. Do you know what I mean? And then they went on streak, they didn't lose at all in the bubble. They went 8-0. That's something
8-0.
Years and years and years.
Something to look out for next season without Kelly Oubre.
And I know you like Oubre, very Scux, good-looking guy.
I love this dude, bro. Swagged
out. So yeah, that's me though. What do you think? Talk to me. Hey.
I think they could be on the same level. I think they could be on the same level. Straight up. I think they could be on the same level.
I've not watched Heat all year. Gotta admit that. But all I've seen from Herro is pretty much cheeky threes and sweaty threes. But I've not really seen what his mid-range is like, what his driving to the basket is like. So I think he needs to improve in those kind of facets of the game because Booker does it all. And I know for a fact Booker is capable of shooting in a multitude of ways, but I don't think Herro is on that level yet. But yes, he is young, so he has time to develop for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is we just haven't seen enough of him, but we've already seen so much at the same time. You know what I mean? Tyler Herro, bro, it's just this guy just has no fear at all. His points have translated to wins. Booker dropped 70 and still lost. And mind you, the team does suck. The team is horrible. Maybe they're going to be amazing next season. I mean, we saw them go 8-0 against very difficult teams. It's not like they had an easy schedule. I mean, Who knows? That's the thing. I mean, better future. I would give it to. I would probably give that to Herro. Better future in the NBA. I would give it to Herro in terms of like team accolades. Booker is probably like, but Booker's going to be an MVP candidate soon.
I think Herro's in the better situation, the better team, and all that. But I think as an individual, Booker's the better player. So I think if the Suns stay trash and Booker changes team, then the whole thing changes. Then it's a wrap. Booker is better.
Goes to Timberwolves, you know? Goes to Timberwolves, you know what I mean?
That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I agree that Herro's definitely in a better situation. Pat Riley, the Don himself, great organization. I mean, you know, they're in the conference finals right now, and the Suns, despite going 8-0, still didn't make the playoffs. So that just shows where they're at. But as an individual, Booker is definitely the more talented player. But Herro is definitely that's a youngin, as I like to say.
That's a youngin, bro. That's a killer right there.
Crazy.
That's a young killer.
The threes is very dangerous. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was a weird post, bro. I needed to talk about it. I saw it and I was like, man, that is an interesting player that they linked to, and I could kind of see the connection. All right.
Whoa, last thing.
Yep.
Who's winning game?
Heat? What?
Celtics.
Heat. Miami.
That's tomorrow as well, isn't it?
It is tomorrow. Miami's winning tomorrow. So game one.
What's your pick? Miami tomorrow. Game one.
I'm telling you, it's either Miami in 5 or 7. There's going to be no ending in Game 6.
Oh, okay.
They're either going to wrap it up in 5, or Celtics and my boy Marcus Smart is going to come through, and they're going to push it to 7 games. But Miami is going to the finals.
I'm seeing a 7-game series as well,
Yeah, something like that. It's one of those two.
It's going to be a straight war. These are scrappy teams. These are hustlers. Smart versus like Bam. Like we're going to see some scrappy plays. Butler
versus Smart.
This is pretty much finally a crazy East matchup. Finally. Because I was really not in the mood for Toronto all year, and I just felt like that series was dragged on unnecessarily. Yeah, it got entertaining and it went into Game 7, and it was a dope game winner. But before that game winner, I was really like not in the mood for the Raptors. I never believed in their hype. I didn't believe in the hype for the Bucks. So now these are the teams remaining, and these are the true contenders. So yeah, I'm excited. And I think maybe Heat take Game 1.
Yeah, absolutely. I reckon. I definitely think so. They're going to come out hungry. They're going to come out fresh as well.
And then one more time, predictions for Game 7.
Nuggets and OT. Overtime Nuggets are going to the conference finals. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, episode 5 of the Locked Up podcast. We'll leave you with that. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Let's get it. Peace.